A few words myself I'd like to express along similar lines. Memorial Day, for many of us, has eroded from its original purpose to the point in time when the summer kicks off, a time to hang out at the beach, family picnics, barbecues, auto racing, a day off from school or work. But of course, it's not about that at all. It's time for Americans to reconnect with their history and their core values by remembering and honoring those who gave their lives so that we may enjoy the freedoms that we have here today. The birth of Memorial Day is rumored to have started when women in the Confederate South at the time were cleaning the grave markings of their fallen soldiers, their brothers, their husbands, their sons. And they noticed that the Union soldiers that had died in nearby battles, their graves had become neglected. And they took it upon themselves to clear those graves to make them presentable, to decorate them. This tradition caught on and spread through the various states in the South, and this is during the course of the Civil War, when the war was in active progress. The tradition had eventually spread to the North, and on May 5th, 1866, after the war, the town of Waterloo, New York, is credited with starting the first official holiday. At the time, it was known as Decoration Day because of the decorating procedure and custom that had come to be in use by decorating the graves. The holiday was formalized by General John Logan, leader of the Union Veterans Association, and he designated May 30th as Decoration Day following the conclusion of the Civil War in 1868. This declaration became known as Logan's Order or General Order Number 11. The ceremony took place at Arlington National Cemetery to honor those who gave their lives in the American Civil War, regardless of which side they were on. The South, however, did not adapt this day as part of their official tradition until after the conclusion of World War I, when the official meaning of this Decoration Day was changed from just Civil War soldiers that had died in service, but all soldiers that had died in service in American wars. Since the time the American soldiers fired the first shot in pursuit of their freedom in 1775, there have been about 30 armed conflicts claiming about 1.6 American lives. Sometimes we disguise these conflicts by giving them such names as police actions, peacekeeping missions. And this one, I had to look at it twice when I saw it. Apparently there's a civil unrest suppression force, or skirmishes. All these things are real wars with real casualties. And there's a tendency with giving them these names to not recognize those that gave their lives in these pursuits as one might be in an official declaration of war, such as World War II, or our current war in Afghanistan and recently in Iraq. Our current conflict shows signs of drawing to a close. This high-tech war has certainly reduced the number of U.S. casualties that would have resulted from a more conventional ground warfare approach in the past. But despite all the technology, we still have added almost 6,500 Americans to the list of those who gave the utmost sacrifice. And I also stumbled across, I can find it here, some very fitting words written by a man named Charles M. Province, a veteran of the United States Army and founder of the General Patton Historical Society, an author and a poet. And these fitting words are entitled, "It is the soldier. It is the soldier, not the minister, who has given us freedom of religion. It is the soldier, not the reporter, who has given us freedom of speech. It is the soldier not the campus organizer who has given us freedom to protest. It is the soldier, not the lawyer, who has given us a right to a fair trial. It is the soldier, not the politician, who has given us the right to vote. It is the soldier who salutes the flag, who serves beneath the flag, and whose coffin, draped with the flag, allows people to burn the flag. I thought those were particularly fitting words. So, having said that, I'd like to observe a moment of silence. We could offer whatever thoughts in the privacy of our own minds are appropriate for your individual needs for this Remembrance Day. Thank you, and I'd like to end my little contribution here by offering our sincere thanks to all those who gave their life in service to protect our freedoms and to let us live the lives that we live today in the greatest country in the world. So getting back to our main program, the Boy Scouts are going to do the Pledge of Allegiance. And we're looking for some young man who's going to step forward and lead the rest of the Scouts.
Present arms.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Well done. Offer some more music from the 18th Regiment. Thank you. Captain Dake is going to step forward now and he's going to read to us Logan's orders. This General Order number 11. Where are you, Kevin? There you are. Thank you.
Headquarters, General Army of the Republic, Washington, D.C., May 5th, 1868. General Orders number 11. The 30th day of May, 1868 is designated for the purpose of strewing with flowers or otherwise decorating the graves of comrades who died in the defense of their country during the late rebellion. And those bodies now lie in almost every city, village, and hamlet churchyard in the land. In this observance, no form or ceremony is prescribed, but post and comrades will, in their own way, arrange such fitting services and testimonials of respect as circumstances may permit. We are organized, comrades, as our regulations tell us, for the purpose, among other things, of preserving and strengthening those kind fraternal feelings which have bound together the soldiers, sailors, and Marines who united to suppress the late rebellion. What can aid more to assure this result than by cherishing tenderly the memory of our heroic dead, who made their breasts a barricade between our country and its foes. Their soldier lives were the reveille of freedom to a race in chains, and their deaths a tattoo of rebellious tyranny in arms. We should guard their graves with sacred vigilance. All that the consecrated wealth and taste of the nation can add to their adornment and security is but a fitting tribute to the memory of her slain defenders. Let no wanton foot tread rudely on such hallowed grounds. Let pleasant paths invite the coming and going of reverent visitors and fond mourners. Let no vandalism of avarice or neglect, no ravages of time, testify to the present or to the coming generations that we have forgotten as a people the cost of a free and undivided republic. If other eyes grow dull, and other hands slack, and other hearts cold in their solemn trust, ours shall keep it well, as long as the light and warmth of light remains to us. Let us then, at the time appointed, gather around their sacred remains, and garland the passionless mounds above them with the choicest flowers of springtime. Let us raise above them the dear old flag they saved from dishonor. Let us, in this solemn presence, renew our pledges to aid and assist those whom they have left among us, a sacred charge upon the nation's gratitude, the soldiers and sailors, widow and orphan. It's the purpose of the Commander-in-Chief to inaugurate this observance with hope that it will be kept up from year to year, while a survivor of the war remains, to honor the memory of his departed comrades. He earnestly desires the public press to call attention to this order, lend its friendly aid in bringing it to the notice of comrades in all parts of the country in time for simultaneous compliance therewith. Department commanders will use every effort to make this order effective. By command of John A. Logan, Commander-in-Chief, and B. Chippen, Adjutant General. It is the sincere desire of your Commander-in-Chief that the wonderful spirit of loyalty and devotion to our fathers and their comrades which we have noted on every hand in our visitations of camps and departments will materialize in the best possible participation in the sacred rites of this holy day. Frank C. Houston, Commander-in-Chief.
Thank you, Kevin.